Good morning. It is day 2 of me keeping my promise to myself and to Miss Dodash that I am going to do what I gotta do, what I've promised to do. And I tell you a very, very funny thing. I spent the last few minutes trying to put on my shawl because the hair was standing at attention on my head. And it was just not happening. The shawl was just sliding and slipping and doing its own thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be held captive by the shawl. I'm just going to come as I am. And guess what? I guess with all that tugging and pulling, the shawl made my hair into a hairstyle. So if I didn't tell you, you'd think, oh, I just did my hair. So I'm very happy. You see, just diligence. You just got to do what you've committed to do. So it is day 2 of Playa del Carmen, and I am starting my day out right with nutrition. And so let me see here if I could flip this camera around. You see, these are the things that I need to learn to do, I mean, I can do it, but I'm not seeing where to flip it. I really wanted to show you what my first meal of the day looks like. But anyway, I will figure it out. If I stop it, I'll just have to piece it together. Let's see how that goes. As you may or may not have discovered, I really couldn't figure it out, so had to stop it, and here we are again. So I am gonna have yogurt in my cup. I'm showing you some grapes that I've already cut up, and this is the yogurt here. Not tried it before. It's called Nutri Yogurt Sabor Fresa. So this is strawberry flavored yogurt, and I'm gonna cut up some bananas in it. Oh, and see, I do have some cornflakes just to give it a little crunch. So this is what breakfast will look like. And that, it's so funny that that Frutole has been traveling with us for like 2 weeks, and it's still there. So you know how serious we are about nutrition and eating live foods. So now I have added my banana slices, oops, and my cup is sliding away, along with the grapes and my strawberry flavored yogurt. Yeah, so this is what it is. Let me just flip this camera around again. Oh, that is going to be interesting. Let's see if I can do it. This morning I woke up with this song by Elevation Worship. In essence, it says, what the enemy meant for evil, God turned it out for good. And I know we have that we say or sing or whatever in different forms, but I'm just looking at circumstances and how, no matter how things started out, especially when they don't go your way, if you prod through it, if you push through it, it might surprise you to see how it turns out. And I'm making reference to my life because Sheri Says talks a lot about Sheri. Why not? I mean, who should I talk about? Who do I know better than me? And so if you take some time and go back to earlier videos, particularly the video that was done on the journey to emotional wellness, that's a prompt diary that I put out on Amazon maybe 2 years ago now. That was a work that led to healing. If you look at it when you get your copy, it might seem simple enough. Just a few prompts at the top of each page that leads to a conversation. And this is a conversation that you're having with yourself. And it's begging you to be honest and just to write exactly what's going on inside. So this journal came about as I took the journey to heal my emotional state. And I hope that as we travel together on this podcast, it will become evident that emotional wellness was what I was deprived of, and it was impacting every aspect of my life. So, bringing up that song, What the Enemy Meant for Evil, God Turned It to Good, leads me to that book, that journal, and how even as I created it, healing started to come. And, I've been listening to so many people over the past 3 years, 5 years, since this whole transition began. And what has been interesting coming from all of them is how to turn things around, because everything can be turned around. And so here I am, 5 years later, and it's not that my wildest dreams have come true, because sometimes it's not your wildest dreams. I think my wildest dreams have already come through. It is my needs, the things that would keep me grounded, that were falling apart. So you can have big dreams, and big dreams are good. But what's the value of having big dreams coming true when your mind is going? And so I want to share a bit as I go along how, as a business owner, businesswoman, seemingly successful, well, success is rated in many different ways. I was losing my mind. And I had to take some huge steps to regain my mind, to regain myself. And had I continued to seek approval and seek opinions, not only would I not have made these big steps, but I'm thinking I wouldn't be here with us. If I were here in body, I would probably not be here in mind. So my word of encouragement is the world is really not going to fall apart if you step aside and focus on fixing your state of mind. Sometimes you put a timeline on it, but there's no real timeline. You have to just spend time. Give your body what your body needs. For me, I need physical, emotional, spiritual healing. And one word that came to me was, it didn't happen overnight, all this mess. It's not going to be fixed overnight. And so day by day, step by step, I have been working on me. And can I tell you, I'm liking it. Even the bad hair days are beginning to tell me that I can find alternate ways to cope. And so, even though it seems a little bit somber, it is actually. It's early in the morning, and I have not finished my yoga parfait, but in keeping with the promise, I make promise to others and I keep it, and I'm making this promise to myself to do a video every day. So this is what Sheri has to say today.